In this video, we will talk about the dark side of billionaire philanthropy, so make sure to watch the full video. Philanthropy often paints billionaires as modern-day heroes, donating vast fortunes, building schools, curing diseases, and saving the planet. But behind the smiling headlines and ribbon-cutting ceremonies lies a murkier truth. Billionaire giving isn't always pure altruism. Sometimes, it's a powerful tool for control, influence, and reputation laundering. These so-called acts of generosity can disguise tax evasion, sway public policy, rewrite history, and even reshape democracy in subtle, troubling ways. From steering educational curriculums to influencing global health agendas, billionaire philanthropy has a dark underbelly that raises serious ethical questions. Is it charity, or strategy? Giving, or gaining? Let's dive into the hidden world where goodwill meets greed, and explore the complex, controversial truths behind the sparkling facade of billionaire giving. This is the dark side of billionaire philanthropy, where donations come with strings, and generosity often serves the giver more than the receiver. 1. Philanthropy is power and control. Many billionaires use philanthropy to exert control over public systems without being elected or held accountable. By funding schools, research, or health initiatives, they can push their own ideologies or preferences onto large populations. For example, a billionaire who donates millions to charter schools may influence what students learn, how teachers are paid, and even how public education is structured, without any input from the communities affected. It creates a system where wealth equals influence, and public policy bends toward private interests. In this way, philanthropy can quietly reshape society in a billionaire's image. 2. Tax loopholes disguised as charity. Donating to foundations and nonprofits allows billionaires to dodge taxes, legally. When a billionaire donates to a charity they control, they receive tax deductions while keeping influence over how that money is spent. Foundations often invest in for-profit companies or hire family members, all while enjoying tax-exempt status. This creates a double benefit: public praise for generosity and massive savings on taxes. In many cases, these charitable actions reduce the tax base, shifting the burden to everyday taxpayers. What appears to be generosity may, in reality, be a highly strategic financial move. 3. Reputation laundering through donations. Some billionaires use philanthropy to repair tarnished images or distract from unethical business practices. A company may be accused of pollution, exploitation, or corruption, only for its billionaire owner to suddenly launch a public health initiative or build a library. These generous acts dominate headlines, while the darker stories fade away. It's a PR strategy disguised as compassion. By giving back publicly, billionaires can rewrite their personal narratives, turn critics into fans, and mask the consequences of how their wealth was earned. 4. Undue influence on democracy and politics. Many billionaire philanthropists contribute large sums to causes that align with their political ideologies. By funding think tanks, universities, media outlets, or voter initiatives, they can shift public opinion, influence elections, and push policy in their favor. These donations often escape the scrutiny that political donations receive, even though their impact can be just as significant. In essence, philanthropy becomes a tool to sway democracy, one donation at a time. The result? A system where money doesn't just talk, it legislates. 5. Foundations that outlive the founders. Unlike living donors, foundations can exist forever, continuing to promote a billionaire's vision long after they're gone. While this can preserve legacies, it also locks society into past ideologies. These foundations often hold billions in assets and can influence education, healthcare, and science for generations. But who holds them accountable? With little public oversight, these foundations operate in a gray area: powerful, wealthy, and unelected. They can promote outdated beliefs, fund controversial research, or ignore current societal needs in favor of long-term vanity projects. 6. Creating dependency, not solutions. Some philanthropic initiatives create dependency rather than solve root problems. A billionaire might fund food banks instead of addressing income inequality, or donate hospital beds instead of supporting healthcare reform. While these acts offer immediate relief, they often avoid systemic solutions, keeping the status quo intact. This approach ensures the donor remains necessary and celebrated, while deeper societal issues go unaddressed. Critics argue it's a cycle of controlled generosity, where billionaires become the saviors of problems they could help prevent in the first place. 7. Funding that shapes global agendas. When billionaires fund global initiatives, like disease eradication, climate research, or food systems, they can decide what problems get attention and how they're solved. This can sideline local knowledge, governments, and scientists. For example, a tech billionaire might invest heavily in vaccine research while ignoring local healthcare infrastructure or cultural concerns. Their money shapes the narrative, and their vision drives the plan, regardless of whether it's the best solution for the communities involved. What seems like global good can sometimes be global overreach. 8. Shadow giving and anonymous control. Not all billionaire giving is public. Some donate anonymously, through shell organizations or dark money nonprofits, influencing laws, education, and media without ever being named. This lack of transparency makes it hard to track who is funding what, or why. Shadow giving allows billionaires to influence society without accountability, while still shaping culture and policy from behind the curtain. It's philanthropy in the shadows, and it raises major questions about ethics and fairness in modern society. 9. Vanity projects over real impact. Some billionaires fund extravagant projects, like naming rights, statues, or buildings, rather than high-impact but unglamorous causes like sanitation or rural health care. These vanity projects serve more as monuments to ego than vehicles for change. While they may be impressive, their societal value is often limited. Real problems often go unaddressed because they're less photogenic. In this way, philanthropy can become a mirror, reflecting the billionaire's self-image rather than solving real-world issues. 10. Philanthropy as a distraction from inequality. Billionaire giving is often used to distract from the very system that enabled their extreme wealth. Instead of examining wealth inequality, people celebrate the donations. The system stays untouched. Critics argue that philanthropy can act like a pressure valve, releasing just enough good to keep people from questioning why billionaires exist in the first place. It becomes a tool to soothe public discomfort without addressing the imbalance of power, opportunity, and justice. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go. Thank you for watching.